Luis Gamboa Jalandoni, born on February 26, 1935, was a Filipino Catholic priest who later became a political activist and revolutionary figure. Known for his leadership within the National Democratic Front of the Philippines, NDFP, he played a pivotal role in integrating religious communities into political activism. His life reflected a dramatic transformation from clergy to key figure in the Philippine communist movement. Net worth. Estimating the net worth of Luis Jalandoni is difficult due to the nature of his lifestyle and political affiliations. He does not possess personal wealth in the traditional sense. As a revolutionary in exile, he lives modestly and rejects material accumulation, consistent with his ideological beliefs. Although Jalandoni came from a wealthy family, he renounced his inheritance and privileged background when he joined the revolutionary movement. It is widely known that he cut ties with the wealth associated with his sugar plantation-owning family, a rare and radical act in Filipino society. Any personal assets he may have had were channeled into the movement or relinquished as part of his commitment to social change. For these reasons, his net worth is considered symbolically low, but morally and politically significant. His value is found in his dedication to the cause rather than in financial terms. Early life and religious roots. Born into an affluent family in Sili, Negros Occidental, Jalandoni enjoyed a privileged upbringing. He entered the priesthood and was ordained in Negros, where he also owned vast farmlands. Reflecting a deep concern for social justice early in his life, he made the remarkable decision to donate his inherited lands in the 1960s to landless farmers. This gesture foreshadowed his lifelong commitment to advocating for the oppressed. Marriage and life in exile. Jalandoni's personal life also reflected his commitment to revolutionary ideals. He married Maria Consuelo Coney Ledesma, a former nun and school principal who shared his activist views. Jalandoni left the priesthood in 1974, and Ledesma was formally dispensed from her religious vows in 1972. The couple wed on December 19, 1974, in Mandaluyong in a ceremony officiated by Cardinal Jamieson. The couple settled in the Netherlands, where Jalandoni eventually became a naturalized citizen. Utrecht became his home and remained so until his death. Houses and living conditions. Luis Jalandoni and his wife live in modest housing in the Netherlands, reportedly in Utrecht, where the NDFP maintains its international office. Their residence is more of a base for political work rather than a luxurious home. It serves as a venue for meetings, research, and correspondence with international allies. He does not own any luxurious properties in the Philippines or abroad. His choice of living arrangements underscores his commitment to the revolutionary cause. Jalandoni's lifestyle reflects frugality, with a focus on activism and advocacy rather than comfort or personal indulgence. His current housing situation is not elaborate. Rather, it embodies the principle of simple living, high thinking, common among long-term activists and revolutionaries. Lifestyle and ideology. Jalandoni's lifestyle is inseparable from his political beliefs. He practices austere living, reflecting his commitment to Marxist-Leninist Maoist principles. Even in exile, he and his wife maintain a disciplined routine focused on organizing, communication, and education. Their workdays are often filled with political meetings, online forums, writing policy documents, and liaising with global solidarity networks. Jalandoni frequently participates in webinars, conferences, and interviews related to Philippine social issues, human rights, and peace negotiations. He does not engage in consumerism, social media trends, or the trappings of modern luxury. Instead, his lifestyle serves as an extension of his ideological stance, pro-people, anti-elitist, and deeply rooted in revolutionary values. While he rarely visits the Philippines due to legal and security threats, his moral authority remains influential, especially among progressive circles, youth activists, and rural community organizers. Founding Christians for National Liberation. In 1972, Jalandoni co-founded the Christians for National Liberation, a group that aimed to align religious values with progressive social change. This organization united both Catholic and Protestant believers in support of the communist movement, marking a rare collaboration between faith and leftist ideology in the Philippines. The following year, Jalandoni and former nun Coney Ledesma were arrested by authorities for their activism. They were held in detention but released in 1974. During this period, Jalandoni's activism intensified, particularly in labor movements. Support for labor rights and exile. In 1975, Jalandoni and fellow activist Edgar Jobson played key roles in supporting the La Tondina workers' strike, which sought to convert 600 contractual workers into regular employees. This involvement reflected his deep concern for labor rights and grassroots activism. Amid growing political persecution, Jalandoni sought refuge in the Netherlands. While in exile, he became a close ally of José María Sison, the founder of the Communist Party of the Philippines. Jalandoni's exile did not mark an end to his political engagement. It was only the beginning of his international involvement in the revolutionary movement. Lead negotiator for the NDFP. From 1989 to 2016, Jalandoni served as the principal peace negotiator for the communist rebels during talks with the Philippine government. His role in these negotiations was critical, as he acted as a bridge between insurgent forces and the state in efforts to bring about a peaceful resolution to decades-long conflict. Despite his efforts toward peace, the Philippine government under President Rodrigo Duterte labeled Jalandoni a terrorist in 2022. The Anti-Terrorism Council's designation drew criticism from various international groups, including the International League of People's Struggle, which pushed for the revocation of the label. Death and legacy. Luis Jalandoni passed away on June 7, 2025, in Utrecht at the age of 90. Jalandoni passed away peacefully at around 9:05 a.m. in Utrecht, 3:05 p.m. in the Philippines. His life journey from a privileged landowner and ordained priest to a committed revolutionary leader and peace negotiator is emblematic of the complex political history of the Philippines. Despite controversy and exile, he remained steadfast in his beliefs and left behind a legacy of activism rooted in faith, justice, and social change. Rest in peace, Luis Gamboa Jalandoni. Thank you for watching and kindly subscribe, like and share this video to family and friends.